I'm back with your 9 to 5 wholesaler show. Glad you guys were able to make it back. And in this show, we're going to be talking about how you can make a transition from your 9 to 5 to being a business owner, right? So this transition, a lot of people wonder, it's like, dang, I got this 9 to 5. Like, how would I transition from my 9 to 5 into something like that's full time business owner, whether that's at home or at a location. So I wanted to come here and talk to you guys about the transition that I made and how I see how people with a 9 to 5 can make that transition from being a 9 to 5 person into owning their own business, running their own business, and have this being something they can do full time. So, um, welcome back to the show. If you're new to the show, I'm Byron Scott. I was working a 9 to 5. I was a teacher for about 12 years. I started wholesaling real estate. Um, and if you don't know what wholesale real estate is, go check out my YouTube channel. Got over 100 videos about wholesale real estate. So, started wholesaling real estate about 2 years ago. Was able to make enough money, drop my 9 to 5, and now I do wholesale real estate full time. So Man, we're gonna jump right into it. If you working your 9 to 5, more than likely you spending a lot of hours at work, you know. So you spending most of your time, most of your day is at work, and then when you get off work, more than likely you're like exhausted and stuff like that. But what the key to making the transition to your 9 to 5 is making sure that you're putting time. Like you have to find time in your day to focus on what you want to do, right? Whether that's wholesaling real estate, whether that's, writing a book, whether that's, starting an Amazon store, or whether that's, starting your own coaching program, whether that, it doesn't matter what it is. You have to find time to spend on your business, right? Your business. You spend a lot of times working in other people's business. You have to find time working on your business, is what you got to find time to do, right? Whether that's waking up early before you go to work, or whether that's after you get off work grinding and getting in your business, or whether that's while you sitting on your clock and you got time working on your craft, working on your business, right? I was a teacher, right? And when I taught, I would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and go ahead and start my day, right? I didn't have to be to work till 8. So I'm waking up 3 hours before I got to go to work, um, to work on my business, right? Really working on myself a lot more than working on my business. So I would wake up early and I would work on myself. I would read the Bible. I would um, I would read the Bible. I would listen to some motivation. I would go to the gym, and then I would read a book, and then I would start working on my business, right? And then, and when I say working on my business, that and when I say read a book, I read a book pertaining to my business. When I say working on my business, I'm actually writing out my business, like writing it down. A lot of times it was writing down the business, right? Or writing down next steps. Okay, what is the absolute next step I need to take to make this happen, right? What is the next thing, the next, the small step I need to do? I need to call here, right? Okay, I need to just pick up the phone and call them, right? It's like, so I would write down exactly what I needed to do. What can I do now to push the needle a little bit further, right? That's what I would do. So I wake up every morning, go through my routine, start working on business. Say, what do I need to do right now today? What thing can I do today that will make today a win when it comes to moving towards replacing my 9 to 5 with my business. We're working on my business, right? And dude, I'm telling you, a lot of times we make so many excuses about why we can't do this, why we can't do this. I'm waiting on this, I'm waiting on that. I'm telling you right now, you cannot wait on people. You cannot wait on stuff to happen if you want to start your own stuff, right? You want to start your own business. You want to be your own boss. You cannot wait on other stuff to happen. You have to take the initiative. You have to get off your butt and go and do stuff. A lot of people, you're working hard and doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You're not a lazy person. You work hard and doing what you're doing. But if you want to start something, you got to get up and go, right? If you want to start something, you got to get up and go. You got to get up and do it. You got to take action. A lot of it is not very difficult, right? For example, I started my wholesaling business. People's like, oh, how did you get an LLC? LLC is so easy to get, right? You just got to do it. Like you just have to go and search and find out how to get things done, right? As a dude I used to work with, I would ask him how to do something, and then he would just go to Google. It's like, dude, you can Google this yourself. Like, dude, just go to Google, go to YouTube. All this stuff is right there. You just have to take the initiative, go, and then when they tell you how to do it, you got to take the initiative and do, right? So those are the keys, man. You have to take initiative. You have to take initiative and go. You got to take the initiative and do. So those are the keys to getting things done, man. And there's a great book. David Allen got a book called Getting Things Done. Whoo, it's a good book, man. But you got to be focused on getting things done, right? I see the best way to start getting things done is when you wake up. Let's go ahead and get something done, right? When you wake up earlier than anybody else in your house. Wake up earlier than you got to go to work. And when you wake up that early, you ain't got nothing to do because you ain't used to waking up this early. You have nothing to do, right? So what do you do with that time? You spend time creating a business, writing down your goals, writing down what you want, and then writing down what's going to take to get there. Go research, listen to videos, find people on YouTube just doing what you want to do. Write down the steps that they took, right? Read books, right? Books that you may need to read books on your craft, right? I started a trucking business and I read like 2 trucking books that was just going through the steps of how to start trucking, right? So you write this stuff down and you check this stuff off as you go, right? So you still working on 9 to 5, but you're waking up early in order to work on your business, right? So those are the beginning steps that you can take. Start your LLC. It takes no time to do that. Just go do it. YouTube how to start an LLC in whatever state you're going to be able to do it. You just got to go do it, right? How to start an LLC. Wake up early one morning and go and do it, right? And then after that, man, you want to start a wholesaling business, go read the book. If you haven't, if you can't wholesale after this, I got nothing for you, right? So they tell you to contact buyers, talk to buyers. Well, what you can do is you can go get a list of agents, get their email addresses, wake up early and email agents, right? Email people, right? Try to find these cash buyers, try to find these agents that's working with cash buyers, email them, let them know what you're doing, right? Hey, this is such and such, with Georgia home buyers, right? Because you've already set up your business, right? This is such and such with Georgia home buyers. We find this kind of properties. Do you work with cash buyers that's interested in purchasing this kind of properties? If not, do you know any agents that do work with do you know any agents that do work with cash buyers? Right? Bam, send out emails. And maybe you have a goal. I'm gonna send out, 20 emails every morning to agents, right? And what you do, you wake up early, you find agents that may work with cash buyers. How do you find agents that work with cash buyers? Go check out my video, how to find cash buyers, and you will know how to find agents who work with cash buyers, right? You can find them on Zillow. Go look at houses that's been flipped. You can look at that agent, bam, you search them up. They'll have an email address. You can email all of them, right? Then when you get off work that evening, you can call them, right? Then you call all of them that you email. If anybody responds to you, ask them what's their buyer criteria, right? Once you get their buyer criteria, start searching for those properties. How do you search for those properties? Go on PropScreen, link below. PropScreen link below. You go on there, you can search for those type of properties that they're looking for. How do you know how to do that? Go check out my video, texting, wholesaling through text messaging, right? So that's how you do it, man. You can find those buyers, wake up early, find those buyers. Wake up early, go on PropStream, search for those sellers, pull the list, right? And then once you got those lists, you wake up early, you can skip trace those lists using Lead Sherpa. You get those lists, bam, you're texting, you can send it out that morning before you go to work, send your text messages out. They're just gonna drip out during the day, right? While you at work, you got the app on your phone. Instead of texting your friends while you at work, or what, versus getting on IG, talking to people, commenting on people's stuff when you at work, you could be texting people, are they interested in their property, interested in selling their property while you at work, right? Somebody's interested, bam, you take it back to that agent who got those buyers that you emailed, right? Bam, or somebody interested in selling, you talk to them when you get off work on your way home. Instead of calling your friends and talking after work, you call the seller on your ride home after work. Bam, talking to them. Somebody's interested, get them to that agent working with them buyers that you email, right? So that's exactly how you go about doing deals. You get your first deal, you reinvest, you double down, you search for more sellers, you search for more sellers, you text more sellers, you text more sellers, right? You hire virtual assistants from overseas. You teach them how to text sellers, you teach them how to call sellers, right? They collect their information, right? They collect the information, they send it over to you, you call them back, bam, you get them to the buyers. You do more deals, you look around and try to find people who might be interested in doing this with you that may have more time during the day than you do, right? Hey, I want to hire you as an acquisition manager. You hire them as an acquisition manager, you bring them on, and the VAs don't bring you the information, they bring the acquisition manager the information. The acquisition manager may consult with you, but the acquisition manager is going to try to get them on the contract. Acquisition manager get them on the contract. Acquisition manager get them to the agent that's work with the cash buyers that you found, right? So now you got a little business going, right? You make a little money, you make a little money, you make a little money. Now you built out a business and you still got your 9 to 5, right? So I'm telling you, man, it's so possible to do this at your 9 to 5, do this while you maintain your 9 to 5, and still be able to crush the wholesaling game, crush the real estate game, break into the real estate game, right? Because a lot of people looking for passive income, right? But a lot of times you need to create active income in order to get to passive. Because people always go, oh, passive income, now that I buy you a property and then that. So I do, where I'm gonna get all this freaking money to buy this property with, right? Where am I gonna get all that money? Well, one good and simple way to get this money is to start wholesaling real estate, right? You will start building up cash a lot faster, right? For a lot of people, you can't build up cash that fast. I bought one, that's what I mean. I bought one rental property, right? I'm like, dude, I ain't got no more cash, right? So to be buying all these rental properties. But when you start wholesaling real estate, you talk about, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars coming in at a time, right? You could take that money and you could buy property, right? So I'm telling you guys, you can gain financial freedom through first wholesaling real estate. And then with wholesaling, you find good deals, right?